Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so our game is called Relive the American Revolution, and relived is kind of just the thing that's going to be put before all our games, because our plan, if this happens, is to make more history games from different time periods. So it'll be like relived Civil War.
Oh yeah.
Or,
Relived,
yeah.
like, I don't know, or just like any, doesn't have to be American history too. If we want to, we can delve into other countries, like world history more too, if we wanted to.
So before we start our actual work, we sat down and we brainstormed all the different tasks that we need to accomplish during our work time. So the first thing we decided on was the type of game we planned on making. And type of game we're going to do is an RPG, point and click style game. And the second thing we chose to think about was what time period we wanted. So we chose the American Revolution because we thought that's like arguably the most important time in American history. And we plan on making our game like not only super fun and addicting, but also educational. I think that'll make our game really fun is these specialty levels.
So each storyline from, wait, did you already say like?
No.
Okay. Go back a slide. Okay, so like this would be like a typical description of like if it was on like a game selling website, like for like Steam for like PC or something. So choose your character and live their life during the American Revolution in this RPG point and click game. Live life between 1774 and 1883 as either an American soldier, an American citizen, a military leader, an immigrant, or even a British soldier. Create your own person to make the right decisions to win the war, and race against the enemy to survive in order to win America's freedom from British rule. So with that, so with each storyline, they will have select specialty levels because it's mainly a point and click game with more dialogue heavy. So there will be special stages that are important battles or situations that happen in the war, and will usually with the player racing against the enemy. A few of these being like racing with Paul Revere against the British to warn the locals, escape the Boston Massacre unscathed, and even defending military supplies from British soldiers at Lexington and Concord, things like that. And then this is just kind of an example, like the route in game would be like similar to what it actually was.
So the first areas we're focusing on are the storyline, along with the dialogue and character designs. And the hardest part about making the storyline is making sure everything from people to what they were wearing is exactly historically accurate, because we don't want them to think things that aren't true. While playing the game, the player can immerse themselves in different characters and roles, including the perspective of a British officer fighting against the US. So that's pretty fun. The game will take you through different events in the war, and your goal is to ultimately win the war. But spoiler alert, if you're playing as a British officer, you won't win. That's the bad part, but you're still learning a lot. We want the player to be challenged like a real video game, but at the same time, they'll be getting vast amounts of knowledge, probably learning things that they didn't know. And a standard that we're going to cover is explaining how global interconnections influenced American history.
So the way we will cover this is by showing all the people that helped the US defeat Britain. For example, France, and our character designs will be spot-on representations of what the people of the time would be wearing, extremely historically accurate, yeah. All of our characters will be wearing the same exact pieces of clothing that the people wore in the 1700s, down to the correct shoe. We feel this is an important important component because of the kids need to know exactly what they would have been wearing. This is important mainly because they might be surprised with the outfits they wore during battles. The thing that makes this game fun is that you get to choose your character, and kids would get bored if they had to play as the same person every single time. Another thing making this game fun is that they have to actually try if they want to succeed in the game. Our ultimate goal in this game is to get kids excited about learning history. Personally, if I did a tool like this, I would like history class a lot more than I did, because sitting in front of a PowerPoint every day, that's not fun. Nothing about that is fun.
Yeah, I agree.
So our overall goal is to provide a fun and intriguing way to learn about history with a way that appeals to younger kids. And then this is kind of like how it will make money and how like the funding for some of the stuff will come about. So the different storylines advertised can be bought for like $1 or $2, depending on how long they are, and we'll have a bundle price for $4 if you buy all of them at once. The base game will be free, which is just the American Soldier route, so that's for anyone. But the advertisements for the other storylines we put on start screens and loading screens. Character customization items will also be monetized, with base game coming with a few free items and collectible items in-game, but the more fun and coolest options will have to be bought in packages. So, and that's kind of...
That's it.
That's it. Alright, you guys are at 5 minutes, 40 seconds, so just a little over.
Dang.
How many times did you practice before? Once? What, did you time it?
We did time it, yeah.
And you went quicker, or you were a little over last time too?
It was like, we timed it / worked on when to put these things in our talking.
Got it.
So I kind of just stopped it around 4.
Yeah, I like the idea. Like, I think I like how it makes money. It makes sense to me. Although when I play free games, it makes me mad when I can't get like cool stuff like the people that are paying money. And so I wish I just had to like work harder. Like, I kind of like the idea of you can either play it for 16 hours and get something cool, or you can just buy it right away. So then at least the people that are like devoted and playing, they can get it. So that might be just from a,
like a player.
Nuts and bolts standpoint, something I would change just because for me personally, that's what I would do. If I'm a super rich investor in video games. But I like the idea, and I like that you've thought about, like, Relive. I like that you've thought about expansion already. It's very American of you. We want to conquer the world immediately, so I like that. Yeah, it's good. I mean, I'll give you some direct feedback as far as like just the pitch in general. When we talk again, which will probably be tomorrow actually, because I'm not busy, so I can do that tomorrow. And you guys will be able to watch as well, which is super awesome. Yeah, good times.
Good times.